What's up, everyone? Jared here with Staying Tall Auto Reviews, and today we got a 2002 Lexus IS300 or a Toyota Altezza for my people out in Japan. We don't have too many of those here, but that's what it was called out there. Anyways, legendary car, the beginning of the IS line, legendary Lexus, as you know. We're going to show it off today, see how a tall 6'6" person fits inside, and have some fun with it. So let's check it out. All right, everyone. So getting started with the front end of the car. Absolutely classic design. They don't make them like this anymore. They look way different now. So we're gonna go ahead and show it off. So starting off, headlights, you got that old school early 2000s vibe. You know, you already know the move. And a lot of people do end up replacing these, but these are stock ones. You have your little orange reflector down here, you know, US regulations. And then you have the fog light, which this one does show yellow. We will end up showing that off. And then in here, functional ventilation. It is real. Front end grille looks great. You have the Lexus badge, silver on this one. You have the little, I would say like metalish design, you want to call it that, but it is functional. Along with down here, everything is, which is pretty cool. A lot of cars have fake vents these days. Going over, more of the same over here. I do love how it flares out on the side, right over here. Taking it down to these wheels, these ones have been kept up in great shape. They're 17 inches, 225s, 45 ZR17s are the tires you're running on this one. Looks great overall, classic design. Taking it to the side, you have a little strip running on the middle, going up, mirror, just basic, nothing crazy. Again, this is 2002. You have the basic door handle also, no electronics in that or anything. There is a sunroof on top, which is really cool. And surprisingly, for this thing to have a sunroof, it has plenty of room inside, which you will see soon. To the back, same wheel, looks great. Going over here, you have another reflector on the side, and then we have these nice tail lights. These ones have been kept up really well, and they look very good. You also have the circles in there, which also goes to the back tail light system. IS300, Lexus, all in the back. And then we have our exhaust on the right side. It's just a single exhaust, not a dual exhaust. People do typically change that. And there's a spoiler back here also, meant to mention that. On the side, more of the same, except you do have your fuel cap, door, whatever you want to call it over here. And that is it for the exterior. Let's go ahead and check out the interior and how a tall person fits in it. Okay, everyone, so we're going to show a 6'6" guy hopping in this thing real quick. Here's the key. It's the typical Toyota key of the time. Same thing, Toyota, Lexus, all the same. So open up the door. Here we go. It's open, and we're going to go ahead and hop in. I already moved the seat. I'm going to put the dimensions on the screen below. And I have pretty good room in here. Like I said, with the sunroof, it's actually really good, and my legs have room to kick around. So honestly, for this to be a small car, it's actually pretty good for a tall person. But I'm gonna go ahead, show you guys the interior, so let's check it out. All right, everyone, so getting started inside, it is super hot, so we're gonna try to make this kind of quick so I can start it up. Going over to the side, they put more of like a suede carpet-like material over here. It's kind of interesting. You have a door handle, it's kind of similar to what the Toyotas have. Your mirror controls are here, along with your window controls, your window lock, all that good stuff. Right here's the armrest. It's kind of hard, but you know, it does do the job. Down here you have space. As you can see, a Nerf gun was put in here, so use that as an example of size. You have a speaker and a tweeter over here. Air vent on this side. Some switches you can add in right here if you needed, you know, anything for, I don't know. Some people add stuff, so you can add whatever you want. Steering wheel, it's the same type of steering wheel that came out of a Supra, which I find pretty cool. It just has the Lexus badge, which looks really nice. You can tilt it up or down with the left side. Right side is the cruise control stuff, along with your, you know, windshield controls and blinker controls and stuff like that. So then going up the gauges, that's one of the coolest things about this car. It looks very similar to a watch, which I do like. You have all your good stuff in the middle, along with your speedometer, tachometer on the left, fuel gauge, and on the right is a little digital display, which we will go ahead and show. So starting it up, older car, you just put the key in, your foot on, and you just start it. And it starts right up. Sounds really good, that 2JZ engine, which we will get into very soon. Going over to the right, you have your air controls along with a clock. It shows your outside temperature, time, all that. Hazards over here. Vents up here, along with the little Culver's Culver's chick hanging out up here. Going down, it is an aftermarket radio, but that would be down here. Your traction control is down here, along with some more switches to mess with. You have a little cubby, along with your cigarette lighter. Your shifter, now this was the stock one, which is really cool. You know, very different looking compared to most other vehicles. And then you have your sport slash power is what they call it, power mode. And then you have your snow mode, traditional e-brake over here. Then you have a little section there along with the tiny armrest, and it turns into a little cup holder. Seats, very nice. This one does have the leather seats, full leather. Some of them have like more of a carpeted material here, and they do fit you in very well. And the dash over here, kind of cool design with the stripes. Then it goes down to the color of the seats. Going up, you do have your rear view along with your controls for your sunroof. There's that sunroof right there. And then showing off, you do have your back seat. And you know, it's a small sedan, so therefore when your seat's all the way back, you don't have much room back there. But it is overall pretty doable. And honestly, like, look at this. Great room for a tall person. So people of any size could fit in these. Let's go ahead. We're going to look at some more of this car, give it some revs, have some fun. Let's do it. Okay, everyone, so we're gonna sit in the back seat real quick. I have no idea why there's someone sitting back here. Just ignore that. Anyways, we're gonna show that two full adults can sit back here. So here I go. I'm just gonna sit in the passenger side. Don't mind me. Oh my goodness, and this is kind of tough. Okay. Okay, so this is how a 6'6" person fits in the back. It's not that great, so if you're tall, I wouldn't recommend sitting in the back. But other than that, it's pretty nice back here. You do get kind of cut short on the headroom, which is normal for cars, but it's comfortable overall. So hey, you can fit two adults back here. All right, so an important piece of any car is how much space you have in the back. As I say in everything, grocery getter, that's a real thing. So we're gonna go ahead and open up this trunk. So pulling it all the way up. And as you can see, this one has two subwoofers in the back, and it still has plenty of room. So this is a very capable car. You know, for a compact sports sedan like this, it's very capable. So for my guys out there trying to convince their girlfriends, wives, whatever, or for the women out there trying to convince their boyfriends, husbands, whatever you want to call them, you can do it in this 2JZ. Let's go ahead though and check out that 2JZ, talk about it, and then drive it. Alright everyone, jumping into the tech specs of this IS300, we have a 3-liter inline-6 with the glorious 2JZ GE engine with VVTi, variable valve timing with intelligence is what that means, 215 horsepower at 5,800 RPMs, 218 pound-feet of torque at 3,800 RPMs. You do have a 5-speed shiftable automatic transmission running on a rear-wheel drive setup, 0 to 60 typically in the 7-second range, depends on the driver, road conditions, all that good stuff. Fuel range, 16 in the city, 23 in the highway, 18 combined. That's all premium fuel, which is what this vehicle does need to take. And it has a 17.5 gallon fuel tank. What does all this mean when you put it together? Sounds amazing, drives amazing. It's not the fastest thing out there, so don't expect to go beating everyone without putting mods in it. But it's a great car overall, very balanced and very reliable. Iconic engine. Let's go ahead, take it for a drive. All right, everyone, so we're going to take this IS300 for a quick lap around the block. So let's go ahead, hear some of the noises of the car and talk about how it drives. So going in the drive, there we are. I also forgot to mention, I want to say this real quick. This is your manual mode. So down shifting is up here and up shifting is behind there. That's something I actually did not know until today. So the more you know. Let's go ahead and move now. So going forward, the car's still turned a little bit, but we're moving. And it sounds really good. Not too many cars sound this good just right away, but this one sounds great. And taking it down the hill, it handles really well. Definitely feels a lot different than all these newer cars with the electronic assisted steering and all that good stuff. You know, everything's way too electronic now. We're going to take a right here and then we're going to listen. So let's do it. And this thing just handles really well. As you can see, it's taking it with no problem. We got up to 40 right here. Sounds very good. It's just a very pure driving experience. The throttle feels just right every time you go onto it. The brakes are also really good too, and they're not even really sport brakes. They're just regular old brakes, and they do the job. And I mean, just listen to that sound. And right here we'll demonstrate the stopping. I'm barely trying. and we get stopped. Just a great driving feel. I'm gonna let these people go. Go ahead. And we will listen to it again. So here we go. And you can just feel it getting to work. Just the transmission, the engine, it all works together so well. Wow, look at that. Hold on. Sorry, that's a distraction. But yeah, this car is really good. I mean, they built this car to go against the 3 Series of the time. And I mean, they just really built a very good enthusiast driving car. And with that Toyota reliability, it's going to let you go a very, very, very long way. I mean, there's a reason these things are going up in value now. I mean, literally, the car's going up. So, I mean, that should say it all. So taking off again, we're just going to kind of cruise and listen. Yeah, this thing's nice. This thing's really nice. Like I said, I mean, these older cars, and I mean, you know, this thing's not super old, but they just drive so much different than the newer ones. You know, you have the privilege of the electronics being in the car, but it's also not too much. Like my Kia, for instance, everything is so electronically assisted, and you know, it helps you do everything. This thing is just like a pure driving experience. You can still feel the car, but also you have the nice assistances of, is assistance is even a word? I don't even know. But anyways, you have all the good stuff just to help you out. So we're going to take a little left turn here. And here we go. And look at the handling. I mean, the handle's really good. Too bad this truck's slowing down, or I would have kept going. So what are my final thoughts? My final thoughts are this. If you're thinking about getting one of these, go ahead and get it now, because as you've seen with the car market, everything's just screwed up. And this is the kind of car that I feel like is going to definitely go up. I mean, you've seen Skylines, you see all these late 90s cars. I feel like this is next in line. If you don't get one soon, you're going to have a lot harder of a time getting in the future. So if you were thinking about it, you may as well just do it, especially if you're a tall person too. If you were concerned about the room, I fit just fine. I'm comfortable in here, and I'm having a hell of a time. So those are my final thoughts. Let me know if you have one of these in the comments down below. If you do, let me know your experience with it. Even if you have the Altezza, let me know. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.